What's going down, everybody? It's your man, Pro Diggy from the Chaos Crew, but you can call me Diggy if you like, and welcome to my first video for Ghosts. And just like last year, it's going to be the best assault rifle or best AR video. I did get a lot of love on it, got some hate too, but you know, it is what it is, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys, and I'm also going to be doing the best SMG as well right after this, so make sure you check that out. Before we get into the actual guns and stats and things like I like to do, I got a disclaimer, a couple things I got to say after doing last year's video. First thing, do yourself a favor and check the date that this video was uploaded. It is literally being uploaded actually a couple of hours prior to the game even being released in the United States as far as Pacific time where I'm at, okay? I got the game 5 days early. I've been doing all this stuff like prior to the game being out. There will be patches, I'm sure, for certain guns, certain perks, certain this, certain that. So if you're watching this in October of like 2014, let's say, don't tell me that this gun is no good anymore because they patched it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I understand that this kind of shit's gonna happen, but for now, this is what I found and this is how it is. Now, also, I am not running any attachments on any of the guns at all, unless the gun has it integrated into it. For example, the Honey Badger has an integrated silencer that you cannot remove. So don't tell me that I'm using a silencer when you can't take it off. Also, when I say I'm not using any attachments, that is during the testing portion of the video, not the gameplay of me running around in an actual match, okay? Some people had a really hard time figuring that shit out, that during the tests there were no attachments, but yes, while I was running around killing shit, I will have attachments on my weapon, so keep that in mind as well. Now, the raw stats and the coding in the game are not released yet to where I can actually get this stuff. So, these calculations are on my own with my math and things like that. So things might be not exact. It's going to be pretty close, I feel, but it might not be 100% exact. It might be like the fire rates might be off by like 5 RPM or something like that, which honestly isn't going to make that noticeable of a difference anyway, but I don't want people to come over here and try and like burn me at the stake because like I said, it was a 720 RPM and it's a 725 or a 715 or some shit like that, okay? So with that out of the way, the final thing is, these are my opinions. I've played the game, I've played with these guns, and I'm telling you the things that I like, okay? Which kind of fit my play style. You might not play the way that I play, you know what I mean? You might like a different gun. Some guns just fit certain people, and that's just how it is. So don't sit here and be like, oh, well, that gun sucks, this gun's by far the best because of blah, and this and that, whatever. Great. For you, it may be. For other people, it may not be. These are opinions. We're all entitled to have them. You cannot tell me that your opinion is the facts. Okay. Now that we got all that shit out of the way, unfortunately, I can't believe I had to ramble on for 3 minutes about that shit, but like I said, the comment section of last year's video is just a complete clusterfuck, and I wanted to get that shit out of the way. So, without further ado, let's actually get into some weapon testing and stats and try and figure out what is the best assault rifle in Call of Duty Ghosts. Okay, first up we have the SC2010. It is actually the default weapon that is unlocked in the AR category. It has a mag size of 30, 45 with extended mags. It shoots about 720 RPM. The iron sights, I'm going to give it kind of an average. It's about 6. They're not the greatest, but they're not the worst. So I'm going to go with that, and that's on a 1 to 10 scale, by the way. It's long range, low recoil, and as you can see here, the recoil patterns are pretty clustered and things like that, so it's pretty nice. And then it's going to kill in about 3 to 5 shots. Now, the reason I didn't do like 3, 4, 5, whatever, like I did last year, is I think this is a better way to figure out it's going to kill in 3 to 5 shots. 5 being the maximum, 3 being the minimum, and then you guys can kind of figure out the in-between. Up next, we got the SA805. This one, they don't unlock at certain levels. These are just by squad points. So if you have enough squad points, it's going to cost you 6 squad points to unlock this weapon. It also has a mag size of 30, 45 with extended mags. Shoots about the same, about 720 RPM. Now the iron sights, I'm going to give them a little bit below average. They're a little bit kind of, I don't know, they seem a little crowded to me. So I'm going to give them a 4. But as you can see, the recoil on it, not bad at all. Pretty close to the same as the SC2010. It's going to kill in 3 to 4 shots. Now, I did continue to test at certain ranges because when this killed at 4 shots, I was like, wow, that's kind of a long way for 4 shots. So I actually backed up even further, and it still killed in 4 shots. So this gun is a tank. Up next, we've got the AK-12. This is 7 points to unlock. Also has a mag size of 30, 45 with extended mags. It shoots about 600 RPM. It's a high damage, kind of low recoil weapon, but it's also got a very low fire rate at 600. It's actually the one of the lowest, basically. There's another one that it ties with. But as you can see, the recoil, not bad also. All the recoil seems to be pretty close to the same. There's a few exceptions, though. It's going to kill in 3 to 4 shots. And for the iron sights, I'm going to give them an 8. I think they're pretty good. I like the way that they feel like they don't cut off the top of your view or the sides or anything like that very much. You can still see pretty well with it. Up next, this is returning from Modern Warfare 3, and this is the FAD. As you can see, the recoil on this is actually pretty nuts. The FAD has a 780 RPM kind of fire rate. It's about that. The mag size is 42, 63 with extended mags. It's going to cost you 6 points to unlock this bad boy. Obviously, it has the highest rate of fire of all the assault rifles, but it also has the highest recoil. As you'll see here, the recoil is quite a bit more than most of the other guns. Now, this is going to kill in 3 to 4 shots. And that's including like very, very long range as well. For the iron sights, I always thought they were pretty ugly. Some of you might like them or whatever, but I'm going to give them a below average score of 4. I don't know. I just feel like I get like the knob on the side is kind of doesn't really need to be there and stuff like that or whatever. So that's how I feel about it. Up next, we've got the Remington R5. This is also 7 points to unlock. It has a mag size of 24, which is the lowest out of all the assault rifles, and 36 with extended mags. It's a 3-shot kill for a very, very long range, so it's very high damage. It also shoots at 600 RPM like the AK-12 did, so it's kind of slow as far as the RPM. Now, it's 3 to 5 shots to kill, but as you can see, it's a 3-shot kill, whereas most other ones were a 4. See, right here, it's going to kill in 3 shots, but most of the other ones were 4, but this is where it drops off to 5 shots. So it's kind of, you know, give a little, get a little, something like that. Now, up next is the MSBS. This is the only burst assault rifle in the game. It's a 3-shot burst. It's 8 points to unlock it. The mag size is 30, 45 with extended mags. And what's weird about the okay, like for a burst weapon, it seems kind of like it has like high recoil, you know, but you have to settle down before you can take your next shot anyway. So I guess that's how it kind of like alleviates that. As you can see, the recoil pattern isn't that bad. But this is what's weird. It's going to kill in 1 to 4 bursts. So it's a 1 burst there, a 1 burst there, and then next thing you know, it's a 2 burst, and then at the longest range, it's 4. Now, the thing is you don't know if all the bullets are hitting, so that's kind of a thing too. Your accuracy has to be really, really good. Okay, up next, we have the Honey Badger. Now, this one has an integrated silencer, like I was telling you, so you can't do any barrel modifications like a flash suppressor and things like that. But the fact that it already has a suppressor on it is actually pretty good, and you don't have to waste an attachment. And the recoil on it, as you can see, is pretty good. It's very easy to handle. It's also got a mag size of 30, 45 with extended mags, and it's going to kill in 3 to 5 shots. The RPM on it is also 720, which is on par with the SC210 and the SA805. The fact that it takes 1 more shot to kill than the SA805 is not really a big deal to me with the fact that it still kills with these amount of shots with a silencer on it, because usually silencers really bring down your damage. And up last, we have the ARX610. This has a built-in laser sight to increase hipfire accuracy, just like with Black Ops 2, how you throw a laser sight on to get better hipfire. The thing is, though, is the recoil on it, as you can see, is kind of all over the place. It's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's very accurate. I guess you give up ADS accuracy for, you know, hipfire accuracy, something like that. Now, the first 3 rounds of this gun, as they come out, are actually reduced recoil. So if you burst fire it, it's going to be pretty good. But as you can see, it kills in 3 to 6 shots, which is kind of bad. You know, once you get really far away, it's going to take 6 shots to take someone out. So those are all the weapons. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my top 3, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a class that you can use with it. Now, In my opinion, once again, I say opinion, my top 3 are going to be the Honey Badger. That's number 1 for me. I like the fact that it has a silencer and it still kills fairly quickly. So it's like I can have a silenced weapon that still kills well and not waste an attachment. I can use those attachments on other things. So that's why I'm going with the Honey Badger. Second, I'm going to go with the SA805 simply because I like the fact that it's a 3 to 4 shot kill. It's got a really long 3 to 4 shot kill range. It's got low recoil. The iron sights are kind of but I would put a red dot on it, of course. But other than that, I mean, it's just a good solid assault rifle, and I actually have used it and I think it's pretty good. And then finally, I'm going to go with the SC210 simply because it's a 3 to 5 shot kill, but it's I believe, to me, it's kind of like the lowest recoil weapon in the game. The iron sights are like a 6 on my scale or whatever, so it's not that great, but I would probably, once again, I'd probably throw a red dot sight on it, and that's what I would do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys a class that I would use with the Honey Badger. So obviously we got the Honey Badger as the primary. Throw a red dot on it, and I'm also going to throw on a grip. Even though it's got very low recoil, the grip kind of just, you know, makes it almost like a laser beam, so I kind of like that. And none of the other attachments were really that big of a deal to me. Maybe extended mags, but the underbarrel shotgun and the noob tubes and stuff, like, I don't really want to use that stuff. So that's that. I also don't like to run secondaries. I'd rather have more points for perks. I feel like perks are more important than secondary weapons because you can always go pick up a weapon off the ground and automatically have it as secondary, you know. Same thing, lethal and tacticals, not really a big fan. I'd rather have those 2 points for perks. I feel like perks are usually a lot better than having a lethal or a tactical. The perks that I chose were Ready Up, Sleight of Hand, Off the Grid, Resilience, and Focus. So basically, this is kind of a rushing stealth class, and I like to use it. There's a lot of UAV or SATCOM spam going on right now because the game is very early. It's one of the default kind of streaks that are on, so there's going to be tons of SATCOMs. So off the grid, it's a good idea, you know, to stay off with all the spam that they're going to be having. So Sleight of Hand, of course, faster reloading, taking no falling damage, so when I'm running around I can jump off of shit and not have to worry about getting hurt. Focus, reduced weapon sway when aiming down sights, and less flinch when you're hit. So it's kind of like toughness, and I forgot what it is, the one where you, like, for snipers to hold their breath long or whatever. But anyway, the reduced weapon sway is actually very good because the weapons do sway quite a bit in this game. So I like Focus a lot. Obviously Ready Up because, you know, you're going to be kind of running around, so you want to get your weapon up real quick. So, you know, the Honey Badger actually can hip fire pretty well. So that's the class. And I left 2 points of perks out for you guys to pick another perk or 2 perks, like 2 1-point perks or something like that, that you guys can just kind of customize it yourself. Also, I didn't set up a strike package. You guys can run assault, support, specialist, whatever you guys want to do. I'm just giving you kind of like a starter class, and you guys can kind of customize it the way you like. Try it out. Let me know what you guys think about it. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's my assault rifle video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's informational and beneficial to you. This has been your man, Pro Diggy, from the motherfucking Chaos Crew, but you can call me Diggy if you like. Don't forget, as always, to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my sight.